Elite.com, that's a baby maybe. They're a bunch of locals, they're hanging out, and they are very no, hunters.org. That's the second part of the site. My friend's actually charging that to and then hands-on-woman.org. Those are all things like really good ways to donate. If people can.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's have that.
Also, and more for the I don't know. Horrible.
Wait, splice or split? Thank you. I mean, either are people are not very good. Like, Splice. Split's a good movie. Splice is a bad movie. Split is a good movie.
Glass is the sequel. I was like, is Splice the sequel? No.
Split is the one where you don't know it's the sequel, but it is. Because at the very end, he shows up, and it's clear then that it's all in the same universe and sets it up.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been how many years now? The spoiler.
I agree with that.
Okay. I agree with you in principle, but
I haven't seen The Last Avenger yet either, but I don't expect everyone to hide the fact that what happens to
there's like a spoiler, especially for movies, it expires for a while. TV shows.
I mean, The Last Avenger is what that's good. I wouldn't say Last Avenger was as good as Split, maybe about as good as Splice.
Okay, we have only gotten to one clip because we spent 20 plus minutes on M. Night Shyamalan.
Another 20 plus minutes on M. Night Shyamalan.
We could, and I part of me might want to instead of talking about Candace Owens, but let's get to that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so Candace Owens is going on this crusade about basically being discriminated against. She went to her Instagram live yesterday because a COVID testing lab refused to serve her. And of course, she goes to Jim Crow. Let's take a listen to what she has to say.
This thing, maybe COVID's racist, maybe Susanna's racist. I don't really know. I don't know. Last time a white Democrat refused a black person service in the Senate because I don't like your thoughts and ideas. We were in the Jim Crow era. But here we are. And we're actually in Aspen, Colorado, and Susanna wants you to know that she will Google you. This virus is not political, but she's Googling people that are signing up for tests to make sure that their politics align to Susanna's. Welcome to the public health crisis.
So, when she talks about this woman, Susanna or Suzanne, let's pull up what she screenshotted, which was an email from this private COVID testing lab. Again, I say private because that's exactly what it is.
What happens when you privatize this?
Oh, exactly. I mean, she always can just go and get it from a public testing lab down the street, which is what was suggested to her. I just learned, this is the email that was sent to Candace Owens, I've just learned of this testing request. As the owner of this business, I'm going to refuse this booking and deny service. We cannot support anyone who has proactively worked to make this pandemic worse by spreading misinformation, politicizing, and discouraging the wearing of masks, and actively dissuading people from receiving life-saving vaccinations. The only other local testing option is the free kiosk by City Hall. They mail their tests to Texas and have inconsistent result times, do not take appointments, so it's walk-in only, midday weekdays in their back alley. My team and myself have worked overtime to exhaustion, unpaid and underpaid this past year, spending our own capital to ensure that our community remains protected. It would be unfair to them and to the sacrifices we have all made this year to serve you, Susanna. So, normally, again, I don't necessarily agree with denying service, but this is a private enterprise. She can go down the street to the local service and get her own test there if she so needs. And in this specific case, I find it to be quite glorious, and I am amused that, of course, she immediately goes to the only thing she knows how to do, which is compare it to the Jim Crow South, because look, majority white audience, I am the good black person here, and I will validate all of your preconceived notions and completely make it hyperbolic, because of course the Democrats are bad at that.
she's going to do a whole, like, full skit about how her being denied private testing is kind of like the modern day Tuskegee experiments and such shit. But at the end of the day, I mean, I agree that it's bad to deny people medical testing, but I guess what kind of is a much more like foregrounded concern in my head is that, like, these people really think that it's okay to, like, spread misinformation, to, like, do all of this stuff in their basic, like, public career, professional life, but still being able to, like, navigate the same structure and, like, use the same things as the people who they are actively demonizing. And that there should be no even, like, personal grievance, because that's what this is. This is a personal grievance somebody has with the way that person in their life is, like, actively making their job worse, their life harder, showing people that they know what their work is, the ideally. And, like, whether or not that is, like, legally allowed or should be allowed to, like, to discriminate based on that sort of, like, I guess, explanation is one thing, but, like, the idea that they still think that they should just be allowed to, like, go about their life and utilize the services of these people without them, like, disliking them, because it's just surprising. It's less like black people being denied things in Jim Crow as much as, like, white people in Jim Crow trying to, like, utilize black establishments of the people that they're actively oppressing. It's just like, I guess we should have to serve you, based on, like, a fair society, but are you not just doing power play by being here, by trying to be like, I make your life worse, and now you still have to deal with it? Because
yeah, and she also, I would imagine, was quite in favor of the cake makers not serving the gay couple based on their religious objections. I'm pretty sure that the proprietor of this private COVID facility would be able to make the same case based on that same kind of framework. So she wants to be able to do what she wants and make her money. She's very rich. She can go to any COVID testing facility that she likes and be completely isolated from the consequences in her real life, as you say, Brandon. It's entitlement on top of just the complete, of course, gay history of what she's trying to draw a comparison to.
Yeah, and I mean, like, comparing, I would argue that the member of the establishment was making a much more, like, specific point that, no, she didn't even hate black people, but she hates campus voters. Where the case situation, they hate gay people at this particular couple, and they hate, and this particular person said, this is a personal issue that they have.
We also don't know if it's real, we should say, because I'm just saying this is the email.
I mean, it was possible that they just denied her evidence, and I don't know if it's real, because, like, if you recognize the person's name, it might lead you to, like, the person who goes on POS. And that's something that, as a society, I don't know if we would ever really insulate people from, like, the consequences of their personal actions, or people that, like, might get grievance from it. Obviously, they're going around, like, actively demonizing the entire field of professional people, like the doctors, immunologists, virologists. Like, some of them are going to take it personally. And that's something that, we have to actually not necessarily allow for, but not, completely dismiss when people are like, yeah, but this is living society. We can't just be out there, like, making everyone mad and expecting them to serve you because, like, it is a joke. It's like that just makes the entire thing dysfunctional. Right.
Me personally, I think I would have requested to really want to personally deliver the news to campus, and that's get back us.
Program.
Right, I was stoked to do it. Right, I was stoked to do it.
You said you'd go to her and say, "We are denying you service here."
Oh no, I mean, I would have done the test, and then I would have personally given her those results afterwards if they weren't certain. Otherwise, I would have just said, "Screw it."
So that's the issue, right? She would have to be positive for you to enjoy the moment.
Oh boy, and so I'm sure she's sought legal counsel too to try to make something happen.
Oh, sure. Yes, of course. Oh man, Dave Rubin was on Tucker Carlson last night.
Real needed minds that.
Yeah.
So, like, a combination of, like, that big brain with that, like, big sense of humor, just, like, combining and just, like, really creating, like, a black hole of entertainment.
Yeah.
And so we're still recovering from all those high-level ideas.
Well, let's get a bit of a taste of some of those ideas. Tucker Carlson, of course, can't stop talking about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez because of his obsession with her, which could be psychoanalyzed by Freudian psychologists for decades and decades to come. He goes after her, says she's never had a real job, after calling her for a bartender for many years, and Dave Rubin is right in the mix on that program. What a wonderful thing for our country that this is the top rated cable news show in the country.
Partisan mandate is defined by law to ensure two things: stable prices and stable employment. But beginning this summer, Democrats in Congress have tried to transform the mission of the Federal Reserve. Now, Sandy Cortez, who literally couldn't balance a checkbook, who's never had a real job, literally has decided we need to turn the Fed into a vehicle to fight global warming. Imagine a world where Sandy Cortez weighs in on Fed policy with a power grid. Cortez, she does. They urge President Biden to reimagine a Federal Reserve focused on eliminating climate risk and advancing racial and economic justice. How's that going to end? With people with literally no skills whatsoever, who can't do anything, including program a microwave, are in charge of the most complex and significant systems in the country. Go back to the Gender Studies Department. You can really break things. Dave Rubin is the host of the Dave Rubin Show. We're happy to have you. Dave, thanks so much for coming on. So it seems like these qualified people are grabbing massive amounts of power. A massive amount.
Tucker, for the record, programming a microwave can be a little complex. I've never really understood how you it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what's it really doing? But the point is, yes, you are completely.
Oh, shocker. I mean, didn't these guys support Donald Trump? We're talking about qualifications. Like,
that something is just, David was just so funny. I just half laughing and get straight to crying.
yeah.
I just want to go. I love the way he, Tucker, he gets a little bit of laugh from Tucker anytime he goes back in again. Okay, move on. But, they get, the generous laugh I've ever seen him even get. Very professional for the problem. I really more acting but very funny. Takes you 3 minutes on how to type my words on the program.
What qualifications allow you for, as somebody who's in our government, to make comments on anything, right? I mean, she's pretty qualified in and of itself to have opinions on the government because she's in the government as an elected representative.
If you win an election, you're qualified.
Yeah, I didn't realize that populist Tucker Carlson needed preconditions for everybody who was elected by their constituents of probably degrees and expensive college credentials to come in as experts and weigh in on things. I thought he was a man of the people in this woodworking shed. Or, I don't know, maybe he just wants only a group of deep staters or elitists people to be able to weigh in. They're the only ones who can talk about public policy or make suggestions, I guess.
It's weird because the reason he calls her Sandy Cortez is because a lot of conservatives, at least online, it's a way to sort of knock her because I don't know if you guys remember, but she came out that she used the name Sandy. Her friends call her Sandy in college. And conservatives became obsessed with the idea that she wasn't a real working class woman from the Bronx because she went to a nice college in Boston. She was, one of those videos kind of like dancing with her friends or whatever. So they used that to sort of demean her by saying she wasn't really working class. But at the same time, he's saying that she doesn't have the education or the know, the wherewithal, the know-how to be in the positions that she is. So which is it though? It's double speaking both ways. Which is it? She's a Latina bartender from the Bronx who should be where she is, or she's a fake, overly educated liberal who knows exactly what she's doing, but also somehow is unqualified for the moment. I don't understand. I don't understand either. But that's what they go with. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, when he said he's just like an old-timey baseball player. It's a very clear stuff. But a lot of people know what qualifies for to have an opinion, politics in their minds, and that people say things that they don't even say. Right? You don't hear this kind of usually talk about Warren Robert, who opened the bar, or the Major League Taylor Green, who was like the CrossFit trainer or any of that stuff, you know, and you can say because they technically own small businesses, but more Inc. is because everyone is trying to sort of that echo chamber, so they don't mind kicking back and forth between, yeah, you gotta have this unearned deference for, like, I guess, Harvard economists who look at the Fed, but also, like, sort of, like, hate them because you're down to earth, like, Smallville type farmer. It's, I think, much more transparent that a lot of their ideology is just held together, especially when it comes to her, a lot of just generally held together by, like, a type of just antagonism towards women, antagonism towards people of color, antagonism towards poor, working poor, urban-centric, like, minorities, any number of antagonisms.
But to be fair, Brandon, I was told by Jimmy Dore that AOC also owned the bar that she worked at, so.
Right. I mean, hopefully it was actually just a book for, like, a communist party revolution.
Well, I mean, you weren't supposed to say that out loud.
Yeah, the funny thing is, reverse psychology.
Right. The funny thing is, you brought up, like, Lauren Boebert and Martin Setember and how they ignore their, like, their bona fides to be where they are. But this is, it's extra funny though when you find out that Lauren Boebert, that restaurant she owns and runs, she's basically able to do that because her husband is like some high-level executive at an energy company and rakes in almost $1 billion a year.
Yeah, and Marjorie Taylor Greene got that from her dad.
She owns her dad. She now owns her dad's construction company. So that's where her money comes from. And she also took quite a hefty amount of money out of that, the PPP loans, which still unsure where that went. I believe some of it went to her campaign somehow, if I recall getting that correctly. But these guys are always love to play both sides here. They have the working class, small business owner mentality, but don't tell anybody that we're actually only able to do all this stuff because we all handed down to us on a silver platter by who we were born from or who we ended up marrying.
Well, that's that full meritocracy that they think people like Alexander Ocasio-Cortez like disrupt by pointing out that race is real. And so when you have a reason on the heirs of the hot pocket fortune talking about how like some people never had a real job, they've been hosting comedy shows last guys for that 20 years. I watched a comedy special with them from the early 2000s a few weeks ago, right? And so it's all just in terms of pretending that the comedies and terrible, it's all in service of pretending that a meritocracy that they will disprove by being there, but also desperately want to maintain exist is still functional, right? And just acknowledging that, in a racist, classist, like society disrupts this therapy to pretend like the reason that like Megan McCain is on TV is because she has a lot of great insight into the world. She put it actually. I totally forgot to check it. It's been like
they may not be around in the summer for people. It might be one of those take some time off in the summer. Oliver Wendell Holmes slice, Emma Big One, once in a generation radio town, even though the same thing was said about Sam. Thank you for carrying my fantasy political commentator team to the playoffs. That was a reference to earlier. Freedom 15, Vogel's restaurant famously gave dozens of people diarrhea at a county fair or something.
Not at a county fair, so Lauren Boebert's 1776 Women's Health. It's called shooters because she's not done it. They give you diarrhea.
They got the shooters somewhere.
They were catering to having sort of licensing or basic sort of equipment like hot storage or sanitation or towels or tops. And they were catering someplace, and I think up to 80 reports of food poisoning, bloody stool, and every 100% of the people who made the calls they have work sliders. So I just want to add that Laura's, because it's like so unbelievable. Laura Boebert's restaurant, Shooter's Grill, is located in Rifle, Colorado.
No brainer. Candace Owens didn't even deny the claims that she downplayed COVID and masks. KEKW. What? This was like, I don't know, pretty ridiculous that Candace Owens thinks it was black people's opinions. That's why they were discriminated against. It's pretty funny. I roll pretty cringe to be concerned about spoilers. Sorry. Babu Cat 58. I just heard yeah, well, same. I just had a great appearance on Michael Moore's podcast, Rumble. I heard his name Rumble. I've never been this fan, but was moved by spirituality. Okay. Ron Johnson's late night dump. Did you ever end up debating Tim Pool, or did you get cold feet just like his Sam?
Yeah, I got cold feet. I ran away. I wasn't sure if I could stand up to the facts that are found in the Daily Mail. No, I mean, he said he'd have me on, and he said he'd have someone reach out to me, and that never happened. And then I got to reach back out. Maybe, I'm better than that. Things happen. I mean, I could have reached out again. I will do that, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know after I reach out what's going on there.
Emma's Night Shyamalan. We should make the COVID test free for anybody who buys a gay wedding cake. Problem solved. Rita Poutine, Unbreakable is Shyamalan's best. Okay, glasses.
I think that's a good position. That's a good position.
It's a really great book, but he's got other great ones too.
Okay.
Jesus. Denver Dave, tell not a Dr. Joe Rogan and even listeners that vaccines are medicine. Yeah. Champagne communist, purely anecdotal, but I've been at a masculine Skinner with my running group 2 weeks in a row now, where someone a few days later tests positive for COVID. Most of them are vaxxed, but the one who brought the virus to the table was unvaxxed. Luckily, I tested negative both weeks. I took the Moderna vaccine back in April, but I don't want to keep putting it into the fire test, so I won't be going any more maskless indoors, and going to any more maskless indoor events anytime soon. Yeah, I hear that. And apparently there's some indications that Moderna might, and this I think is based on our own research, and so we guess we'll see that Moderna might be providing a little bit better immunity than me and the Pfizer gang. So, were you Moderna, Brandon? Damn it.
I got Moderna too. Someone actually even called into my show because they're going back and explained how Moderna also is the more ethical of all the companies that are involved with making vaccines.
I don't know how long I know that I have it, so I feel an automatic bias towards it.
I mean, that's kind of how it works. Piglet needs a quad track. Piglet needs a squat rack.
I'm really reading like people's license plate. Like
There is one word that's their handle, so I can't figure it out. But Piglet needs a squat rack is kind of funny. In World of Warcraft, the opposing factions couldn't understand what each other typed, so LOL became KEK in the chat to each other. I don't know where the W came from, but that evolved over time. But KW means the same essentially as LOL. Drew, someone get John Taffer to Sugar's Grill.
We can't use John Tapper anymore though. I used to like that show, Bar Rescue. It's a great show, honestly.
I know, he's pretty mad at the diarrhea cause.
he's really good.
I don't know. You did what? I don't know if you like the character because she's a Republican. Remember he went on what's her face's show on Fox News and said that.
Yeah, no, I agree now, but you make a bit about the stores or workers. And if you watch, I haven't watched Bar Rescue, he likes going and fire people, even a job or something like that.
Yeah.
But he also does take the food safety stuff extremely significant. That's why I like the show, because more I like to see managers and owners get called to competent for their staff.
If anyone's ever worked at a small restaurant or bakery or any sort of food place, if you watch that show, you know exactly, you just feel like you're transported back to when you worked there because it is the experience I've had. I have people who run small restaurants and have that mindset of being an entrepreneur. They usually absolutely 100% suck at what they do.
And that's what's so great about the show. But then, you know, yeah, like you do notice that, oh, he wants to fire at staff all the time as soon as he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, he was never a number one. Obviously, he was big, close, small, he was kind of guy.
Pretty sure you could say it just by seeing that by just looking at it. He's not a liberal.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
To me, though, it was like the link, you know, with the dog comment. Do you remember that? Basically saying, like, he said, like, oh, you know, this isn't even accurate. There are people who work in military clinics that we don't do that, and they won't listen to us. But he said, you know, in the military, they starve the dogs when they're teaching them because they don't reward them unless they have an incentive to do so. So that's what we have to do. You know, we can't feed them until they do what we want them to do. Talking about workers.
You know, I mean, I was going to say that obviously I'm not very defensible. If you look at a small business kind of person, I think when you look at the show with nothing else, and you look at how like the evolution of the confidence small business owner, it's just that it's launched like obviously people are like not only on board, they are entrepreneurs, they try to combine the worst aspects of what, you know, artists with like small business owners with like you know, it's creative type but also like forced MBA graduation of that and you know, just showing how low the bar is for some of the places in like America makes me feel like I never really had a bar ever again. Like the whole bug in the alcohol bottle thing, I was like, right?
Yeah, I mean, those kitchens, you wonder how, like, your experiences in the bar food has been like,
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
Just like, you don't even have a cheap capital definition, but I hate it. And people point out, like, you know, small business like, as a concept, like what it does to community or whatever. But we don't really have a culture of small business because like our backstand would be a whole separate issue.
Matt, would there be any way you could do the shofar? Okay, some requests. Sorry, we got one. Sam's not here. Matt has to stand up to do the shofars over by Sam's desk. And we're just going to do a few more of these and get out of here. Sorry, guys. We spent like 30 minutes on M. Night Shyamalan.
We think that's good. It's longer every time.
Yeah, well, I mean, right.
I gotta see that one still. What did you see? Is it any good?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, we're doing shofars. Governor HVAC. Hey, I'm recruiting a shofar for my girlfriend Kelly. It's her 31st birthday today, and despite our best efforts, we had to cancel all planned to catching COVID. But not discuss. Stellar Vision. I'm trans and just started hormone replacement therapy. Can I get a chauffeur and a chauffeur? No chauffeur, but I want to be a chauffeur. And last chauffeur here, Boyd Wizard. Hey guys, can I get a chauffeur for my wife Keela? She has anxiety about the vaccines because of all this crazy misinformation despite my plea. She has some heart issues and is susceptible to seizures. Today, sent me a message at work saying she's trying to get the vaccine. So to those out there with loved ones caught in this bubble, don't give up on giving out info, even if the talks are hard. We have 3 kids who live in Boise, Idaho, so her anxiety about the COVID is chronic suppressed anxiety about newer medications. Thank the universe, love is best.
I gotta ask you, if you don't mind, could you share more about that process and how you were able to get through to your wife? Like you said, read all this misinformation, was against the vaccines, and seemed to have convinced her to go do it. I think having more info might be very helpful to people who are in similar positions as you.
Yes, I mean, I do think that of the people I know in my family adjacent who haven't been vaccinated yet, I think anxiety is like some of the ones I'm seeing and like lack of information. So hopefully, at least this can move the needle somewhat.
Yeah, I think the model of don't expect to change somebody's mind in any given moment of conversation. You just continue to be there with the information when they are looking for it. And I think that's the way, sort of like erosion. So a steady drip is the way for people to do that.
That's great advice. All right, guys, we're not going to be able to take any calls. We're just going to do a few more IMs and then get out of here.
What was the person who said that they the wife with the vaccine said they can call it now. Do you want to take it, or are we on time for that?
I'm sorry, man. We don't have time for that.
Can you call into my show tonight, youtube.com/MacBinder? I'll give you the have Skype on your phone. I would love to talk to you and talk about it tonight.
All right, Wood Wizard, do that. That would be awesome. Dr. Gus DVM, a friend that is an elementary school teacher in Tampa, tried to open her classroom door to improve ventilation for kids to keep their masks on. When the AC broke, the school security made her close it because it's against school shooter safety. Peak Florida. Oh my God.
It's just all of our like more states converging on this. Like,
Yes.
It's America. Yeah.
Real Sergeant Chelsea Manning has publicly announced she wants to return her own money when Greenwald has donated to her. Greenwald's response is pretty disturbing. I saw that he gratuitously mentioned her suicide attempts. He's I don't know.
See, he sort of coordinated his response to, like I said, the I think, reactionaries.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Between the 1 and the 5, Joe Rogan selling uninstitutionally recognized supplements to bring you unheard of health benefits. Who would have heard of such a thing? Right. All right, guys. Final end of the day. Thanks so much. It was a fun show today, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, other Matt. Who knows who I was referring to? And thank you, Bradley. Appreciate it, guys. See you all tomorrow.
If nothing else to back up to get to where I want, but I know somehow I'm gonna get there. I wasn't ready when I just got caught. It's the truth and the life off. I won't be any better. Yeah, I know the clock is
Oi? Oi, ligaste-me? Ah, foda-se. Tem que ser fita dos dois lados, só que eu trouxe. Não pensei que fosse acontecer isso. Mas tens uma fita. Se tiveres fita de cola normal, dá. Tens é que fazer tipo um laço, estás a ver? Tipo. Mas fita de cola dos dois lados ali, não caiu nada. Eu estava a ver durante a exposição toda, como não caiu nada, confiei e trouxe. Mas também já não tinha muito hoje. Ok. Pois eu provavelmente vou ter que ir aí dar uma vista de olhos daqui uns dias. Depois eu estou a ver os vídeos e tal. Como não tem vidro, pode acontecer essas coisas. O vidro sempre segura, né? Só que o problema é que quanto mais forte é, depois também dá cabo dos desenhos. Tentaste tirar. A de alcatifas é a mais forte de todas, estás a ver? Como aquela que usamos, precisamente lá de alcatifas. E se usarmos essa, por exemplo, com a fita que está lá agora, se pusermos um bocadinho da outra, talvez dê. É bom. Bom. Sim. Como assim? Por causa de coisas? Então eu não posso. Mas é assim, se eu tenho. Mas se ele tem a liberdade de fazer que acha que a coisa é assim, assado, eu também tenho a liberdade de dizer que acho que há aí coisas parvas. Eu não digo que tudo é teoria de conspiração, mas sei que há aí muita teoria de conspiração parva. Tem muitas. Uhum. Porque há uma questão que as pessoas. É que é uma questão que a arte na política devia levantar questões e fazer debates. Sim. Pronto, deixamos. Estava a dizer. Isto é uma coisa política. Agora, a questão aí é. Eu tenho a liberdade de dizer certas coisas que eu acho parvas. E as pessoas podem concordar ou não. A questão é, estarem a contar é o problema de hoje em dia. As pessoas, em vez de verem, ou erem uma coisa, ou erem outra, concordar ou discordarem, não. Querem à força se pegarem num ou dois desenhos e dizer, este gajo é de sistema, ou este gajo é contra o sistema, ou seja o que for. Sabia o que era o quilo? Quando sim, conheço. Não, mas o Conan, diretamente ali, é só um, que é aquele do capital e que influenciou muita gente. Mas mais nada. É Conan. Tudo o resto é europeu, é português, é geral. Sim. Mas espera aí, o que é política? É isso que eu estou a dizer. As opiniões políticas são os assuntos comuns. Mas eu aí não tenho soluções. Porque eu acho que o problema é as pessoas acharem todas que têm soluções para o mundo. Eu, infelizmente, não tenho soluções. Pois é, pena não ter sido livre. pá, eu gasto essa opinião, verdade, isso o problema aí. É as pessoas, eu acho que o único problema é quando há malta, que há muita gente, parece que foi o caso do próprio que tu estás a contar aqui, que é a força que a malta entra no cuido, que é, em vez de ter uma discussão sobre as coisas assim assado, por exemplo, porque é que as coisas têm que ser assim assado, porque é que a pessoa tem que falar não, que é a força coisas com que elas já concordam, portanto, não vou aprender nada na discussão. A malta parece que quer ver só coisas com que já concordam. Isso não serve nada. Sim, rapaz, eu acho que as pessoas tudo é discutível. Mas não, as pessoas querem às vezes consenso à força. Tipo, aquela história do Chomsky, do fabricar consentimentos, né? Fabricar consenso, era quando só havia uma fonte de informação, de notícias e mais que eram os livros. Agora há muitas fontes e em vez das pessoas, cada uma, estar a ter uma opinião que pode até ter pequenos nuances todas as pessoas, não parece que as pessoas querem a força que haja consensos. Há um consenso de direita, há um consenso de esquerda. Há um consenso a favor das máscaras, há um consenso contra as máscaras. Porquê é que tem que haver consenso? A nota. Não, por exemplo. Não, mas é isso que não percebes. A escolha dos meus temas, a forma como eu escolho os meus temas, já há uma crítica implícita. O que se passa é que não é completamente fechada. Ou seja, vamos dizer, eu quando tenho esse desenho, que era um desenho, eu tinha já um desenho antigo de. Ah, porra! Tinha um desenho antigo